Hello? Hello? Hey! Thanks for taking the job on such short notice. I hope you had a chance to rest up a bit before starting your shift, because you're in for a long night. I'm not sure how long you need to fill out for Jake's spot, but you shouldn't be working this shift for any longer than a week. Again, you're really doing us a solid. And I know this is the last thing you want to listen to right now, but I am sort of legally obligated to read you some stuff the company sent me. There are some important instructions from the higher-ups here too, though, so you really should listen to this. Don't worry, I'll try to keep it brief. Greetings, new employee, and welcome to your first night shift at Non-Player Cooperative State-of-the-Art Containment Facility. Opened on February 26, 2018, during our early operational years for the purpose of building NPCs, this facility has since been converted to an underground long-term storage bunker. We at Non-Player Cooperative strive to innovate and drive the world of ROBLOX to new heights. In our revolutionary journey for the advance of artificial intelligence, okay, hold on. Let me just paraphrase the rest of this to you. So, basically, the company had a rough start, and a few of the early robots we created weren't up to par, at least not with modern standards. So when we retired them, we stored them down here on the public site. As far as the world is aware, these robots do not exist anymore, and part of your job is to defend that secret. It's written to the NDA you signed, so that means no photography or loop slips, okay? If anything leaks, we'll know who it was. You understand? Now, on the topic of the robots keeping you company, like I said, they're rejects from the early days. I know you're probably wondering why we store them down here instead of just scrapping them or something. And trust me, I wish I knew too. We generally scrap older models. Actually, the 5 in this building aren't the only ones you've ever retired. It's just that the company seems to insist that we don't touch these ones specifically. Whatever, I guess. Again, we don't want any of these things to see the light of day, and we really don't want the light of day to see them. Hence why I'm stressing the secrecy part of all this. All you have to do is check on them, and make sure no one attempts to enter or exit. Sounds simple, right? I mean, honestly, it's a pretty comfortable shift. You have a computer with access to the facility's camera system, a flashlight, and some nice climate control so you don't feel uncomfortable. Is there anything else? Oh, right, I should mention that the robots in the facility might get up and start walking around during the night. They're harmless, of course. They were just programmed to walk around and talk to people, but I understand if these things walking around in the dark might unsettle or even annoy you. Heaven knows how many of you previously worked shift complained for the first 3 days. If they do end up approaching your office and you want them to go away, your flashlight will do the job. If you hear anyone stopping around the entrance, just walk over and line them up. They hesitate to enter a room if someone's in it, so if you know there's one in the hallway, I suggest not entering the back room until you double with them. They have an issue with flashing lights. I think the technicians say it makes them think they can't path in that direction, or something. There's one exception to that photosensitivity quirk. That's the one in the storage closet next to you. He was programmed to sell chicken nuggets at a stand, and to get more when he's out of stock. So, if for some reason he starts acting up, that means he must have just twitched and knocked over his supply. All you have to do is gather them and all should be okay. There are a few more messages I recorded for the next few nights, but I think that covers everything for now. Have a good night. Hey, just checking back in. Congrats on your first day. I hope you found everything you needed. The robots aren't giving you too much trouble, are they? You know, I worked in that chair a couple of times when we were short-staffed. None of those hunks of metal walking around might scare you now, but eventually you'll get used to them. Heck, you might even be endeared to them. It gets real lonely down there after a few. I remember sitting in the back room right now and just talking to the one in there. Yeah, maybe should have kept it to myself. That makes me sound crazy. Oh, that reminds me. One of the guys in that building is great at listening. I think he was programmed specifically to hold conversations, but his voice box broke a while ago. From all the time I spent down there, he never really tried to enter my office, which sounds great on paper, but what he actually does is a lot more troublesome. Carl, I think his name is. He usually just listens out for nearby activity, and while you do technically make noise in there, you actually have two pretty noisy carbon dioxide scrubbers in the facility that are keeping you breathing. If he's left unchecked, he might wander into one of those rooms where they're locked and mess with them. Luckily, there's a solution. I'm sure you've seen the prompt button and maybe even clicked it. What it does is that it plays a loud sound in the room you're looking at. Carl is programmed to respond to certain phrases and listen out for voices, so he'll prioritize the sound that you played and wander over to it. Every so often, if you see him near one of those rooms, just play that prompt in a nearby camera. You can't play too far away from him, or the noise from the scrubbers will drown it out. And he can't really leave the flooring area, so playing the prompts in the main hall. Well, that's all I got for you now. Good luck.
System.